Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Ardimas Andy Purida, and it's a pleasure to be here as part of this AI Ready ASEAN initiative. Let me briefly introduce myself. I hold a PhD in digital communications from the University of Edinburgh, UK. Throughout my career, I've been actively involved in both academia and industry, spanning Indonesia, Japan, and the UK for over 13 years. My work is focused on cutting-edge technology and innovation. I look forward to sharing insights and learning from all of you in this session. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Let's get started. Hey trainers, welcome to an exciting session where you will take the lead in empowering others to navigate the world of AI-generated misinformation. The digital landscape is changing fast, and with AI playing a bigger role in spreading both facts and fiction, your expertise is more important than ever. This initiative, brought to you by ASEAN Foundation with support from Google.org, is all about equipping you with the knowledge and tools to train others in spotting fake news, hoaxes, and misinformation. AI can be used for good, but it also comes with risks. So together, we'll learn how to leverage AI responsibly and teach others to think critically in a digital world. So, are you ready to make a real impact? Let's dive in, learn, and lead the way in building a more informed and AI-ready ASEAN. This module is packed with essential knowledge to help you train others in identifying and combating AI-generated misinformation. Get ready to level up your skills and become a champion of truth in the digital age. Here's what we'll be diving into: how AI creates and detects fake news, understanding how AI can both generate and combat misinformation, AI tools for fact-checking and verification, exploring powerful AI-driven tools that help verify information and detect fake content, identifying AI-generated misinformation, learning key red flags to spot AI-created hoaxes, deepfakes, and misleading content, guiding learners during information consumption, equipping yourself with strategies to teach others how to critically evaluate digital information. This isn't just another training. This is about making a real impact. Let's get started. Welcome to a crucial part of this training. The rise of artificial intelligence has revolutionized the way information is created and shared. But with great power comes great responsibility. AI can generate news articles, videos, and images that look strikingly real, sometimes with the intent to mislead. In this section, we will break down how AI is used to create fake news, from automated journalism to deepfake videos and AI-generated social media bots. At the same time, AI is also being leveraged to detect, verify, and debunk misinformation at scale. Understanding both sides of AI and misinformation is key to staying ahead. Let's explore how this technology works and what can be done to counteract its negative impacts. Before we explore how AI creates and detects fake news, let's kick things off with a quick challenge. Below are two short news headlines. One is real and the other is AI generated. Can you guess which one is fake? Headline 1: Scientists discover a new island in the Pacific that vanished after 24 hours. Headline 2: NASA confirms evidence of parallel universe where time runs backward. Take a moment to think. Which one do you suspect is AI generated? What clues led you to your decision? Surprisingly, headline 1 is fake. It was created by an AI model trained to mimic viral news patterns. Meanwhile, headline 2, while sounding bizarre, is based on a real news story from 2020 about an unusual physics experiment in Antarctica. However, it was often exaggerated and misinterpreted by online sources. Why does this matter? Misinformation is all around us, sometimes spread by humans, sometimes created by AI. The real challenge is learning how to spot it, question it, and verify it. In this module, we'll uncover how AI is used to generate fake news, and more importantly, how it can be a powerful tool to detect and combat misinformation. Let's get started. Fake news isn't just a buzzword, it's a real problem that influences opinions, spreads misinformation, and even manipulates people for profit. But what exactly is it? Fake news refers to stories that are completely false. They are fabricated with no real facts, credible sources, or verified quotes. Some fake news is actually propaganda, intentionally designed to mislead readers or push a certain agenda. Others are clickbait, written to grab attention and generate money by getting as many clicks as possible. The more people click, the more money the writer makes. The goal? To deceive, manipulate, or make a profit, whether through advertising revenue, influencing public opinion, or spreading false narratives. So, how do we tell fake news apart from real news? That's exactly what we're going to explore in this module. Let's dive in. Let's talk about something surprising. AI is not just detecting fake news, but in the wrong hands, it is actually creating it. Here is how it happens. AI-generated text. Some news articles seem real, but they are completely fake. Large language models like OpenAI's GPT, Google's Bard, and Meta's Llama can write entire news stories that look legitimate. AI can generate articles that sound professional, even though the events never happened. It can create fake quotes, manipulate statistics, and craft misleading headlines that spread misinformation. Think about this. A news article claims that a major volcanic eruption just happened in Europe, but it is completely false. If people believe it, panic spreads, flights get cancelled, and chaos follows, all because of a fabricated story. Now, let's move to something even more advanced: deepfake videos and audio manipulation. Deepfake technology is making it harder to trust what we see and hear. AI can manipulate videos and audio recordings to make politicians, celebrities, and public figures appear to say or do things they never actually did. AI can swap faces and voices to create fake speeches or interviews. It can manipulate videos to make it look like important figures are making shocking announcements. Imagine a video appears online showing a world leader declaring a sudden war. If people believe it, it could cause global panic, stock market crashes, or even diplomatic conflicts, all based on a video that never actually happened. These AI-generated fakes are getting more convincing, making them harder to detect. That is why knowing how to spot and stop misinformation is critical. AI is not just writing fake news articles or generating deepfake videos, it is also creating entirely new types of deception using images and social media automation. AI-generated images, also known as synthetic media. Imagine scrolling through social media and seeing a photo of a massive protest in a city square. People holding signs, a large crowd, the energy of activism in the air. But here is the shocking part. The protest never happened. AI tools like DALL-E, Midjourney, and Stable Diffusion can generate hyper-realistic images that look like they were captured by a camera. But in reality, they are entirely AI created. These AI-generated images can be used to spread misinformation by making people believe an event took place when it never did. For example, an image could show destruction from a new natural disaster, when in fact it is a fake designed to manipulate emotions and spread fear. Now, let's talk about something that makes the spread of fake news even worse: AI-powered social media bots. Ever wonder how some misinformation spreads so fast? It is often because of bots, AI-controlled social media accounts that look real but are not. AI can create fake accounts on platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram that spread misinformation at scale. These bots can post fake news articles, share misleading videos, and even engage in comment sections to make false information seem more legitimate. Imagine a political campaign where thousands of fake accounts post the same misleading claim, making it appear as if it is widely believed. The more people see it, the more they assume it must be true. This is how misinformation goes viral, and this is why it is so important to understand how AI is being used to deceive people. Now that we know how AI can create fake news, let's move on to how AI can also help detect and fight misinformation. Now that we know AI can create fake news, let's talk about how AI is also being used to fight misinformation. AI-powered tools are scanning text, analyzing images, and tracking social media to catch and stop the spread of fake news before it goes viral. Understanding news articles with natural language processing. One of the most powerful ways AI fights fake news is by analyzing text. Natural language processing, or NLP, is a technology that helps AI read and understand articles, social media posts, and other written content. Think of it as an AI-powered detective that scans news for inconsistencies, bias, and manipulation. It looks for misleading claims, compares them with trusted sources, and flags suspicious content. For example, Google Fact Check Explorer is a tool that scans news articles and checks them against verified sources to help people separate fact from fiction. Spotting fake videos and images. With AI-powered verification, AI can also analyze images and videos to detect manipulation. Tools like Deepware Scanner specialize in spotting deepfake videos by identifying unnatural facial expressions or lip syncing that doesn't match speech. For example, if a deepfake video is circulating online showing a world leader saying something they never actually said, AI-powered detection tools can catch it by analyzing facial movements, lighting inconsistencies, and audio mismatches. Tracking misinformation on social media. Have you ever noticed how fake news spreads like wildfire on social media? That's because bots and fake accounts amplify misinformation. But AI can fight back by detecting patterns of misinformation and stopping it in its tracks. AI-enhanced social media monitoring tools like Hoaxy visualize how fake news spreads. They track how false information moves across social platforms, flagging misleading content and identifying the accounts that push it the hardest. All right, let's talk about a real example of how AI has been used to spread fake news and why it matters. Imagine you're scrolling through social media during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. You see a headline that says, "A new study shows drinking bleach cures COVID-19." Sounds shocking, right? And that's the point. This completely false claim was actually generated by AI, designed to grab attention and spread like wildfire. The result? Confusion, panic, and even people taking dangerous actions. But here's the good news. Fact checkers fought back. Tools like Google Fact Check Explorer and Snopes jumped into action. They scanned through verified scientific research and quickly debunked this misinformation. This is exactly why we need to be aware of how AI can create and spread fake news. It's not just a theory, it's happening. But the great thing is AI can also help us fight back by detecting and stopping misinformation before it spreads too far. So, as we move forward, let's dig into how AI creates fake news and, more importantly, how we can spot and stop it together. Ready? Let's go. Now that we understand how AI creates and detects fake news, let's talk about the tools that help us verify information. Misinformation spreads quickly, but AI-powered fact-checking tools are here to help. These tools scan news articles, analyze images and videos, and track social media patterns to catch false claims before they go viral. In the next section, we'll explore some of the most powerful AI tools available for fact-checking and how they work. Let's dive in. Let's talk about how AI-powered fact-checkers actually work. These tools use advanced technology to scan, analyze, and verify information across various sources. Here's how they help us fight misinformation. Natural language processing, or NLP, allows AI to scan news articles, social media posts, and websites to spot inconsistencies, bias, and potential misinformation. Machine learning algorithms compare claims with trusted databases and previously verified facts to check their accuracy. Image and video verification helps AI analyze visuals, detecting manipulations, deepfakes, and other synthetic media designed to deceive. Real-time misinformation tracking enables AI-powered tools to monitor news sources and social media platforms identifying fake news stories as they start trending. By combining these methods, AI makes fact-checking faster and more effective, helping us navigate the flood of online information with confidence. AI helps analyze content, while human fact-checkers verify the details. Full Fact AI. This tool takes things a step further by using AI to analyze news, political speeches, and social media posts. It tracks misleading claims as they spread and provides corrections backed by evidence. These AI-powered tools are making it easier to separate fact from fiction. The next time you see a shocking headline or a questionable post, you can use these resources to check its credibility before sharing. AI fact-checking tools are powerful, but they're not perfect. That's where human judgment comes in. To truly separate fact from fiction, we need to combine AI with critical thinking. Here's how to make the most of these tools. First, always cross-check information. One tool alone might not give you the full picture. Use multiple fact-checking platforms to verify a claim before believing or sharing it. Second, look for credible sources. If a story comes from an unfamiliar website, dig deeper. Reliable sources cite experts, provide evidence, and follow journalistic standards. Next, analyze content for bias. Misinformation often plays on emotions or aligns with a particular agenda. Be mindful of extreme language or one-sided narratives. Also, don't forget to use reverse image and video searches. If an image looks suspicious, run a search to see if it has been altered or taken out of context. The same goes for videos. AI-generated deepfakes can be deceiving. Finally, always think critically before sharing. Just because something is trending doesn't mean it's true. Take a moment to question the source, intent, and accuracy of the information. By using AI tools wisely and applying these best practices, we can reduce the spread of misinformation and promote a more informed society. Misinformation has always been a challenge, but AI has taken it to another level. Fake news, deepfakes, and AI-generated content can look incredibly real, making it harder than ever to separate fact from fiction. In this section, we'll break down how to spot AI-generated misinformation, from detecting manipulated images to recognizing misleading text and videos. The goal is simple. If we can identify misinformation, we can stop it from spreading. Let's dive in and learn how to stay ahead of AI-generated deception. AI-generated misinformation is false or misleading content created using AI algorithms, and it's getting harder to spot. Let's break it down. Automated. AI can churn out fake news articles, tweets, and even entire reports in seconds, making the spread of misinformation faster than ever. Hyper-realistic. These tools can mimic real people's writing styles, voices, and even faces, making AI-generated misinformation look and sound incredibly convincing. Difficult to detect. Unlike traditional fake news, AI-generated misinformation doesn't always have obvious grammatical errors or distortions. It blends in with real content, making it even more deceptive. That's why critical thinking and fact-checking are more important than ever. Now let's explore the different ways AI can generate false information and how to stay one step ahead. AI can be used to create and spread misinformation in different ways, and some of them are incredibly deceptive. Let's go through some of the most common types. AI-generated fake news. AI can write entire news articles about events that never actually happened. Imagine seeing a viral headline about a celebrity's death that never occurred. That's AI-generated fake news in action. Deepfake videos. These are videos where AI swaps faces or manipulates voices, making it seem like a person said or did something they never did. A fake video of a politician giving a speech they never gave. That's a deepfake. AI-generated audio. AI can clone voices, making it sound like someone recorded a message they never actually said. Scammers have already used this technology to impersonate officials in fake emergency calls. Synthetic images. AI can generate completely fake but realistic looking images. For example, an image of a protest that never actually happened can be created to manipulate public opinion. Fake social media bots. AI-powered bots can spread misinformation at scale by posting misleading content, engaging in discussions, and even arguing with real users to push a false narrative. Each of these tactics makes it harder to separate fact from fiction. That's why understanding how they work is the first step in staying ahead of misinformation. AI-generated images can look incredibly real, but there are some telltale signs that can help you spot the fakes. Here's what to look for. Focus on the details. AI models create images by stitching together patterns from existing photos. This means they often struggle with finer details. If something feels off, like a slightly distorted texture or unnatural lighting, it might be AI generated. Look for inconsistencies, asymmetry in faces and features. AI often struggles with symmetry, which can lead to people having extra fingers, oddly shaped ears, or misaligned eyes. Blurred or warped backgrounds. AI-generated images sometimes distort or melt background details in a way that looks unnatural. If the text on a sign is unreadable or objects seem half-formed, that's a red flag. Use reverse image. Search. One of the fastest ways to check an image's authenticity is by using Google Reverse Image Search. This lets you see if the image has been altered, AI generated, or pulled from a different source. Check for over-detailing or blurriness. AI sometimes adds too much detail, like excessive wrinkles or exaggerated textures, or blurs fine details, like text on a shirt. If an image looks oddly smooth or over-sharpened in some areas, take a closer look. AI-generated images are getting more sophisticated, but by paying attention to these clues, you can spot the fakes before they spread. Deepfake technology is improving fast, making it harder to tell what's real and what's fake. But don't worry, there are a few key signs that can help you spot a deepfake. How to detect deepfake videos. Look for unnatural facial movements. Deepfake videos often struggle with realistic blinking, lip syncing, and facial expressions. If someone's face looks slightly robotic or their lips don't match their words, it's a red flag. Watch for sudden lighting changes. AI-generated videos may fail to match natural lighting, causing strange shadows or flickering effects. If a person's face suddenly changes lighting while the rest of the video stays the same, it's worth a closer look. Use deepfake detection tools. Some AI tools can analyze videos and detect deepfakes. Platforms like Deepware Scanner and Microsoft Video Authenticator help flag manipulated content. How to detect AI-generated audio. Listen for robotic tones. AI-generated voices lack natural variation in pitch and emotion. They often sound flat or overly smooth without the natural highs and lows of human speech. Spot unnatural. Pauses and breathing. AI voices often miss breathing sounds or insert awkward pauses in places where a real person wouldn't. If something sounds off, it might be AI generated. AI-generated videos and audio are getting better, but by staying aware of these signs, you can spot the fakes before they mislead you. AI-generated misinformation is everywhere, but you can outsmart it with a few simple habits. Here's how to stay ahead of the game. 1. Check who shared it. Not all sources are trustworthy. Ask yourself, is this coming from a verified news outlet or just an anonymous account? If you can't trace it back to a credible source, be cautious. 2. Look for fact-checking labels. Platforms like Facebook and Twitter flag misinformation. If a post has a fact-check warning or is marked as misleading, take a moment to verify before believing or sharing. 3. Be skeptical of clickbait. Headlines. If a headline sounds too shocking or outrageous, there's a good chance it's AI-generated or exaggerated. Always check if reliable news sources are reporting the same story. Staying informed is your best defense against AI misinformation. Keep questioning, keep verifying, and help stop the spread of false information. As educators, we play a crucial role in shaping how students consume, analyze, and share information. In today's digital world, students are constantly exposed to AI-generated content, but do they know how to spot misinformation? This section is all about equipping students with the tools and critical thinking skills they need to navigate the flood of digital information safely. We'll explore strategies, techniques, and practical activities that help students recognize AI-generated misinformation in text, images, videos, and audio. Think critically about the sources of their information. Develop responsible media habits to avoid spreading false content. Our goal isn't just to teach students what to think, but how to think, so they can question, verify, and make informed decisions in an AI-driven world. Let's dive in and empower our students to be smart, responsible consumers of digital information. At the heart of fighting misinformation is one of the most powerful skills we can teach our students: critical thinking. With AI generating realistic yet false content, students need to be equipped with the ability to analyze, question, and verify information before accepting it as truth. Here's why critical thinking is so essential in the digital age. First, it helps students evaluate information sources. Not everything online is reliable. Students must learn how to differentiate between credible sources and misleading content. Second, it encourages them to question biases. AI-generated content can reflect biases in the data it was trained on. By teaching students to question narratives, they become more discerning consumers of information. Third, it enables students to recognize AI-manipulated visuals and videos. The more they practice analyzing content critically, the better they'll be at spotting deepfakes, edited images, and AI-generated audio. Finally, it helps prevent the spread of misinformation. By pausing, fact-checking, and thinking before sharing, students contribute to a truthful and responsible online ecosystem. Misinformation thrives on blind trust. But when students learn to think critically, they become the first line of defense against false information. Let's empower them to question, analyze, and verify. The key to stopping AI-generated misinformation isn't just fact-checking. It's about building a critical thinking mindset. And that starts with one simple habit: question everything. Before students believe or share any piece of content, they should pause and ask themselves 4 key questions. Who created this? Is the source credible and trustworthy, or is it anonymous, biased, or unknown? What is the goal? Is this content meant to inform, persuade, manipulate, or entertain? Misinformation often has an agenda, and identifying that agenda is the first step in spotting deception. Does it use emotional triggers? AI-generated misinformation often plays on fear, anger, or shock to spread quickly. If something sparks an intense emotional reaction, that's a sign to slow down and investigate. Can it be verified? If the information is true, it should be easy to cross-check with reliable sources like reputable news outlets or fact-checking platforms. When students learn to question everything, they don't just avoid misinformation, they become independent thinkers who can navigate the digital world with confidence. Let's empower them with curiosity, skepticism, and the habit of verification. Now that we've built a habit of questioning everything, the next step is to analyze AI-generated content. Misinformation created by AI often has telltale signs. We just need to know where to look. Here are key red flags to watch out for. Odd image distortions. AI struggles with small details, so look for extra fingers, unnatural hands, strange reflections, or melted backgrounds. If something looks slightly off, trust your instincts and investigate. Unusual facial movements in deepfake videos. AI-generated videos may have unnatural blinking, odd lip syncing, or expressions that don't match the emotions in the voice. These subtle clues can help identify deepfakes. Text inconsistencies in AI-generated articles. AI may produce contradictory facts, missing details, or awkward phrasing. If an article feels off, Compare it with reliable sources before believing or sharing it. AI-generated misinformation isn't perfect, and when we train our eyes to spot these clues, we gain the power to outsmart deception. Let's sharpen our observation skills and stay ahead of misinformation. As educators, you are on the front lines of preparing students for a digital world filled with AI-generated content. The challenge? Equipping them with the skills to navigate misinformation effectively. Here's how schools can take action. Include AI misinformation modules in digital literacy classes. Today's students need more than just tech skills. They need the ability to identify, question, and verify information. Encourage fact-checking habits using tools like Google Fact Check Explorer and other AI-powered verification platforms. When students develop a habit of fact-checking, they become critical thinkers instead of passive consumers of information. Discuss real-world examples of deepfakes and AI-generated hoaxes. Bringing actual cases into the classroom helps students see the impact of misinformation and understand why these skills matter. Educators have the power to shape the next generation into smart, skeptical, and informed digital citizens. When we make AI literacy a priority in education, we empower students to think critically and navigate the online world with confidence. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reinforce the key takeaways from this session. How AI creates and detects fake news. We explored how AI can both generate and detect misinformation using deepfake technology and advanced fact-checking models. While AI can be misused, it's also a powerful tool for uncovering fake content. AI tools for fact-checking and verification. Fact-checking isn't just for journalists. AI-powered tools like Google Fact Check Explorer, reverse image search, and deepfake detectors help us analyze credibility, flag false information, and identify manipulated content. Identifying AI-generated misinformation. We learned how to spot red flags such as unnatural visuals, inconsistent speech patterns, manipulated sources, and viral social media amplification of false content. Critical thinking is our best defense, teaching AI literacy to different learners. Whether you're a parent, teacher, or professional, promoting digital verification skills is crucial. Encouraging critical thinking and responsible content consumption ensures that we all play a role in combating misinformation in our daily lives. AI is reshaping how information is created and consumed, but with the right knowledge, awareness, and tools, we can stay ahead, stay informed, and stay critical thinkers. As we close, let's reflect on this powerful message. In the age of AI, misinformation spreads faster than truth, but knowledge, critical thinking, and responsible AI use can be our strongest defense. This quote is inspired by Tim Berners-Lee, the inventor of the World Wide Web, and Carl Sagan, who both emphasized the need for digital literacy, ethical internet use, and critical thinking to combat misinformation. The responsibility is now in our hands. We have the tools, we have the knowledge, and we have the ability to question, verify, and share responsibly. Let's stay informed, stay critical, and most importantly, stay ahead of AI-generated misinformation. Thank you all for being part of this important discussion today.